Hey everyone, Rick here, and I just finished setting up my city using nothing but pieces from the latest Dwarven Forge City Builder Kickstarter. I wanted so badly to add accessories and other pieces from even other Dwarven Forge pieces I had, but I said no, I'm gonna stick solely with pieces that were just released through the City Builder Kickstarter. So that included obviously all the minifigures and the streets and of course all the building pieces. And I have all of my little light up pieces flickering at the moment, so that all just looks wonderful. But taking a step back, this is what I came up with for my first build. It really centers around this huge inn, as you can see possibly from the signs on the front. Nice double door entryway there, and so it is 2 stories, and there are some balcony kind of rooftop areas that you are able to get to through those trap doors. And the center, there's like a courtyard in there accessible by that door, and the second floor is open to the courtyard, so I thought that was kind of neat. But yeah, with doing a building this size, took up a lot of floors and would have taken up a lot of roofs if I did not use some of those flat pieces, but those railings made it end up working out really well. So just going along here, first back at this end, I've set up kind of, your typical market and stalls, and the figures and the terrain pieces and the accessories just all look so awesome. Here's a backside view of the inn. I just love these sticking out pieces. Those are awesome. Of course, some of the regular balcony pieces, and just the horse-drawn carriage, or cart rather, is excellent. And something else that was so cool about it is the fact that the wheels actually roll. It almost sounds like it's really rolling on like a cobblestone street. And so I built up a couple buildings along the outskirts of town. And for example, this one here is kind of like a jail. It has a double door entryway. And then inside here, I have another door, kind of a barred door. And when you lift that section off, the windows in this section are the barred windows, which I love those also. So that kind of worked out nice. And then this little building here is just a kind of a standard 2-story. And again, I love the fact that you can change out the different windows. So there's some curtains in there. And I am loving those LED elements. And just each single building just looks excellent. And of course, I made sure that every single one has appropriate ways to get up to the next floor. Even every single one of those trapdoors on the roof of the inn, I have a ladder laying in there so that whoever needs to get up there can. And then here's just a single stone cottage. Back on that side, that guy is obviously not too worried about the ratmen. Otherwise, I think he would have gotten up by now. And they're kind of ambushing the town guard from behind. They didn't even see him coming up from there, but with all these sewer entrances, you'd have to think they would have planned that out a little better. And another little 2-story building there. And of course, the beautiful lion statue, and another horse-drawn cart coming through that wonderful archway. And so, again, there is a way to access all 3 stories of that building. I just love the way it looks with the torches underneath there. And then that kind of leads to this kind of manor house style building, or maybe where the captain of the guard has his headquarters. And it kind of shoots off to that small building in back. So it's neat to see how you can go about creating that. And I will take the top off of this. That way you can kind of see how that looks on the inside with the double doors there that come in to this spacious area. And then there's a door here that kind of comes into maybe what you would think of as an office. One of those magnetic walls. I just love these magnetic wall accessories. I need more of those, and I hope they come out with a greater variety of them. And so that's what that looks like. And of course, again, these battlements are great. And then when you take those off, you can see they're supported by a column in there, but I do have a ladder down there. Obviously, that would be how they got up there in the first place. So then apart from that, it kind of comes over here to this unfortunate side of town where these buildings are just burning up, especially this one has already on one side just been totally destroyed. And from the front, those might not look too bad, but obviously they have been hollowed out. Those ruins pieces are just absolutely gorgeous. And some poor folks who lived on this part of town. And I am actually going to show you that there is a way to take off this entire, and this is just into the second floor there. And I do have actually some areas, there's 2 doors on this second floor that kind of separate it out. But I am going to actually take off this entire second floor, but I'm going to need both hands to do it. And that just in one piece, that second floor, second and third floor, I guess you could think of it, lift off. And then here is the inside of the inn. And yes, they had tavern accessories, so I was able to get a good looking interior for this inn. Again, trying to stick with things that you could only get through this Kickstarter. So everything just looks excellent in there. And so there are 2 stairways that'll take you up to the second floor. But that just looks excellent. Those double posts are what make that whole second floor able to lift off all at once. And then I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to see if I can turn the lights out and see how that looks. The only thing about putting it back is you have to make sure the stairs line back up with the openings that you have for them. And any double pegs get put back in their place. And that is all there is to that. So overall, this stuff is just so much fun to play with. And I have to put the other roof on this guy. and I have a ton of pieces left over. I didn't even use an entire town guard minifigure set. And I still have a lot of villagers and a couple ratmen, but I have all these walls left. Obviously, because I used some floors for the roof of the inn, but there's a lot of doors and floors left. And a few posts, but really that's because I made that huge inn. If I would have separated that up into separate buildings, I would have used up all those walls and doors. But I really just wanted to see what I could build in a large scale, and I think that ended up looking really nice. So let me turn the light out and see. You can see the pile of empty boxes. You can just see the torches flickering. All throughout the city. And as cool as the outdoor ones are, when you can see inside the windows at the ones that are lit up inside the buildings, that is my absolute favorite. You can see flickering inside the inn windows. But anyway, so that is my city builder layout. Again, every single thing on this table, apart from the terrain mat itself, every piece that you see here is from the Dwarven Forge City Builder Kickstarter. And you can get every single thing you see here soon from the Dwarven Forge website. I know I'm going to get more. Probably more roofs. And what else did I want? Maybe more battlements. But overall, it looks great. I can't wait to tear this apart and make something new. Oh, and more streets too. Definitely more Imperial streets. So again, as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.